Hey guys, so I'm going through editing and I'm noticing that I need to clear up some space. So we're actually going to post the dispatch video that I meant to post about like 2 months ago when the game was like popping. I know it's like very relevant right now, but we're going to post it to clear up space on my phone. We have another video coming right out after that, but also to commemorate the release of Dispatch on Switch 2, which I might get. The only thing that's preventing me from doing that is the mini games and setting out like actual dispatch heroes. I really only just like it for its animation. But besides that, enjoy the drunken video.
By the way, if you're going to be watching this video, please just be advised that you have to have played the game itself. Know that it's very inappropriate. There's sex, cigarettes, and a lot of inappropriate shit involved. Be mindful of the game itself. It involves a lot of alcohol, which, cheers, by the way, we're also going to be drinking alcohol while we make this video. So it's not one of those videos where we're having tea or coffee. Just keep that in mind. And then also, you're probably going to disagree with me if you chose Invisigal. So just keep that in mind. But Dispatch was actually not that good of a game, if I'm being honest. It was an 8 out of 10 for me just because animation could have been better. The context behind a lot of things in which, where yes, if there's a bunch of multiple storylines, make them mesh a little bit more coercely rather than just like, oh, hey, I'm going to throw it out there and then like it's going to be good. And like, from the standpoint in which I watched Valkyrie, which is one of my favorite YouTubers and Twitch streamers play, I did not agree with a lot with her options, and her decisions. But like viewing it from that standpoint, from a different point of view, and where like I didn't choose Blonde Blazer, which mind you, I don't have an actual PC to play, but if I had a PC and if I had the wealth to like actually play on a PC and choose my own options and choose Blaze Blonde Blazer, I'm sorry. Um yeah, it would have gone a lot differently for me. Um but genuinely like I'm gonna try to play devil's advocate in the sense where like Blonde Blazer was the person you should have gone for through the get-go. I mean, yes, a lot of us men, and I'm gonna speak directly to the men in this, so I'm gonna hold your hand. Oh fuck, I kind of look chopped. Sorry, but a lot of us men like playing the hero advocate, where like, oh hey, we're gonna heal this girl and we're gonna make her feel a lot better because we want to feel a little bit of value in ourselves. And I'm a fucking not hold your hand on this one. As men, we have to just stop fucking doing that. Like, if there's a fucking emo girl out there, like, yes, it's hot. Goth girls are like, wow, like, oh yes, we can heal them. We could be the hero. But let's be honest, guys. It most of the time it doesn't work out for us because it's like, fuck, we're mentally fucked ourselves. So what makes us think we're gonna actually heal another fucking girl? So that's a hot take right there. Don't take it up the ass, but it's like if we have to choose the better of the two options, Blonde Blazer being a girl in which, yes, she did cheat on her fucking um, boyfriend, you could say, and didn't tell him about like the kiss, and we had to tell her if he chose that option. It does suck, and it does make you question, like, hey, if she's willing to do that to that guy, would she not do that with me? But let's also be honest. Through our first gameplay of Dispatch, we're seeing Invisigal go through her own lore, and we're having to just see everything that happens with her. Like, she either becomes the villain that can be set up for season 2, or I mean, yeah, she becomes our lover, but then she gets sent out to a hospital because yes, I do love the fact that she took a bullet for us, but so did Blonde Blazer, and then she ended up essentially saving our own Unk. Like, come on, you can't tell me that's like something like, oh my god, I love her for like. Then mind you, this is a crazy part, and I'm going off trails. Like, if you haven't seen the end of Dispatch, fair warning, but if you have to like view both endings and then you still have to choose which one you like. And mind you, I watched Invisigal's ending where like you romanced her instead of Blonde Blazer, so I have no bias. I'm actually coming from a neutral standpoint and still choosing Blonde Blazer. The fact that yes, Invisigal took a bullet for you and then gets off to a hospital, right, to get in, healed for her shoulder. Okay, yes, that's sweet, and yet she also in both universes, you can say in both decisions, she decides to protect you from Shroud by holding the I'm sorry, it's the alcohol, by holding the astral thing. I can't remember the thing, but the astral thing, she holds it in both timelines, you can say, and to protect you. That's great, yes, but you could kind of see her true intentions when it comes to if you decide to romance Blonde Blazer by like she takes on Shroud's mask. And I'm sorry, isn't that a much more interesting path where like if she's taking on Shroud's legacy, you could say, holy shit, that sets up season 2 for like such a, oh my god, like that's exciting, like you're gonna have to fight a former person you used to dispatch at the SDN, like that. What? Like, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, but compared to where if you were to romance Invisigal, it's not that exciting. I'm sorry, it's just not. It's not like in both endings. You have to agree, laying on the trunk of a car just like Phenomenon did when he got broken up with. I wonder if the creators did that purposely. Ad hoc, if you did that purposely, that that's fucked up to Phenomenon at least. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I would love to cosplay one of these characters, but the fact that in both endings with either Invisigal or Blonde Blazer, you lay on the trunk of a car and you're just drinking a beer, it says a lot. Like you can kind of tell who the creator him. Like I need to see who created him or herself decided who was the better romance option. Just base it off that. Like yes, again, I know a lot of us gooners say that. Oh my god, just because we saw her naked body and like that little wet dream of Invisigal, like oh yeah, we're gonna choose her. She's a broken girl. We can heal her. Like okay, that's great. I know a lot of us feel like that. But let's be honest, that's just the thing that us men typically feel. I mean, again, look at Rapunzel. Oh, let down your hair. I can come and save you. Type of shit. Like that's just gooner shit. I'm sorry. It genuinely is. And yes, I'm fucking gooner as well. Like, but this is coming from a person that has a body count of 1 at the age of 23 by choice, actually, because I've had such a fantastic partner to just have consistent sex with. And I'm not married, mind you. There's no fucking ring on this finger, but I'm coming from the standpoint in where Blonde Blazer seems like just such the she seems like such a better option. I'm sorry. Like she genuinely does seem like such a better option. Even like from the director's standpoint where she's saving you twice from getting fucking fucked up. And you know what I'm talking about. One from the beginning of the story and then one later on where Shroud has you and he's fucking playing Russian roulette against your fucking forehead, saying like, "Oh, this is the same gun that killed your dad." Like, I mean, come on. How, me personally, how do I not fall in love with that? Yes, I know it's the hero complex from that other person that I'm perhaps in love with, but I love a person who has a bit of deeper meaning to them. Mind you, when she becomes Mandy, I think that's her fucking name, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not trying to be fucking dumb, but like I think her name is Mandy. Blonde Blazer's real name. She gets very insecure and she gets vulnerable and saying like, "Oh, I get if you just want me to be blonde, but I'm truly a brunette." And mind you, the date scenes, the specific date scene that I'm talking about, compared to like if you were to go on dates with Invisigal compared to Blonde Blazers is infinitely better. Come on, there's a cherry blossom. There's a little bit of awkwardness with the water boy shooting shit out of his fucking mouth. Like, compared to Sour Patches and you're at a theater, I mean, come on, what seems more romantic to you? And I know Blonde Blazers set up a cheap dinner, but I'm sorry that's just fucking cute. And in fact, I feel like as if a lot of us guys would do that for a girl is that we would set up a cheap dinner if we're broke as fuck. Like we're gonna probably do that, but like a woman would still find it endearing. So the fact that this woman in the game probably has a lot of money too, if we're gonna get logistically into it, set up a little spontaneous dinner for us as a dispatcher that is a retired hero. Dude, my heart's fucking taken to Blonde Blazer. This is my hot take, but overall, like if we're just gonna have to like conclude it by the ending of how this game ended, both endings consisted of being on the roof, on the hood of a car with Mandy drinking a beer and taking that same photo. Compared to where if you were to go with Invisigal, she saved your life, yes, but so did Blonde Blazer more times than Invisigal. And somehow Blonde Blazer managed to actually be the hero that you happen to just be more around with towards the ending. Guys, that's that speaks a lot. Either way, that's my hot take on it. There's a lot of shit that I actually said in the previous videos. I'll probably talk about that, but if anything, this is probably a shout out to Mystic 7, Valkyrie, um, Charlie, Moist Critical, Penguin Zero, Jacksepticeye, just because I think you guys made this all possible for me to just actually make this video drunk while hearing Radio by Bershi. By the way, Bershi, I really hope you actually do get blown up into season 2 and make a whole new fantastic song that alerted me so much to this video game that, mind you, I'm making this only a week and a half later after episode 8 coming out, and I feel so left out for not having watched it in the moment, or at least having waited a week for the episodes to come out. But I do feel still I do still feel as if I'm part of that bandwagon as to where like this game is actually good in itself for just providing a breath of fresh air that like we're not all supposed to be perfect. We can all make our choices. We can kill Shroud or we can spare him, but we're still going to probably get a good ending. I'm surprised that even by actually killing Shroud, we still get a good ending. Perhaps it might reflect on season 2, but if I had to base it off of what we only have now, near towards the end of November 2025, like Ad Hoc and Critical Role Studios, you guys made a pretty good fucking game. I'm not gonna lie. You guys genuinely did. So thank you. Thank you for the fucking lore. Thank you for the community. Thank you for the FOMO that I actually felt and that drawed me into actually wanting to make this video because this was nearly a masterpiece. And I'm saying that because perhaps just like how Robert didn't have the funding for Mecha Man and his suit to be built up to the glorious fucking robotic monster he could be, you guys probably needed that funding too. So if you guys can get that funding to make season 2 a lot better, and I'm talking by animation and perhaps even add even more YouTubers and streamers onto the game by voice acting, that's going to be phenomenal. Oh, wait. That was actually unintentional, but I think Valkyrie deserves an actual spot in voice acting. I mean, she's a good girl. I know she doesn't like actually going out and doing shit, but she's a good person, and she would definitely I feel like she would definitely actually do good in voice acting, considering what she did with Jacksepticeye. Okay, before I actually start even going on to other shit, this is only about Dispatch. Dispatch was a good game. Thank you, Adox Studios. Thank you, Valkyrie, for actually playing this game. Although I did not agree with most of your fucking options and the fact that you were pausing so much that it was irritating me a little. Um, thank you either way. And this is a very spontaneous video, but guys, it was my own hot take on this just because it meant that much to me. Please choose Blonde Blazer. And Visigal is a good option. I'll admit that because the fact that she can take a bullet for you is great. Like playing devil's advocate, that is fucking great. But 10 times over, I would choose Blonde and Visigal. Blonde and Visigal, imagine that. That could happen just because of what happened to Chase. Blonde and Visigal. Imagine that. Wait, I'm sorry. You have to Blonde and Visigal. Wow. I guess combining both of them, fuck it, whatever. But Blonde Blazer is the choice. I'm sorry. That's my hot take on it. And I'm not sorry. What the fuck? Choose Blonde Blazer. Period. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next one.